Okay. Now, the last consideration that I'm going to throw out there for you guys using that horizontal sharpener, that couple things. You're working off the stone coming down. So your stone is laying flat on your knife edge. The advantage is you have the weight of the stone on your knife edge. The disadvantage is that you have the weight of the stone resting on your knife edge. Different stones require different pressure. Different stones require different placement. All of those stones on the single pole, horizontal, whether they flip-flop or not, you're holding them out at the end on a knob. So the stone is behind you. You're holding it out here at the end. I'm holding the stones where I want to. And my stones are impacting the edge. I'm not holding the stone up here by a handle. See that? When you're working horizontal and you're holding the stone out here, it just seems to me that the weight, the pressure, working at different ends of the knife, that would introduce another, how do I say it, a skill set that I don't have to have. You all have to have a skill set that allows you to balance for the weight of your stones resting on that knife. And when that knife is supported, you have multiple clamps. If you look at Mr. Frizen, I think, Steve Frizen, he uses a ton of clamps, but he's still rotating from that. And you're still putting the weight either on this end or that end. And I wasn't comfortable with the physics of that. Whereas when it's vertical, I'm sliding down like this. This knife is staying here from the start. That's where it's staying if that's what I need to do. Sometimes you need to move a knife in the plan of your sharpening. You sharpen one portion, you move the knife, sharpen the other, and blend it in. Depends upon the knife. So I'm not saying that every knife you're going to clamp in one position and that's where it's going to stay. But for the most part, we clamp a knife in that sweet spot clamping position and work with it start to finish. But if I'm going like this, and if the stones are resting like this, and if the sides may be different, it just seems that that other method was more complicated for me. I didn't ever work with it, but just looking at the steps and everything that I do to work at this level of attention to detail and precision, that method had more things that I had to worry about. You had the weight of the stone, the feedback was different. You had to flip it, even though the knife is horizontal. It just seems that when the stone is resting on there that, and then I looked at the framework on the small bases, it's all suspended off of a vertical. And I'm using, some are big knives. So when you lay this knife on the side, like I said, it rotates and then you're sharpening like this. It just seems to me, the physics of it, that vertical, when I'm coming down, I'm bringing the stone now against the knife, which is clamped in a position that wants to hold it against the stone, as compared to having to support the weight with your hand so that you gently go across it. Here, and I don't worry about that. I go to town, it's solid. When I push on the knife, it's pushing down against the weight. The other one, I haven't used it, I'm telling you the truth, but when the knife is like this and you're pushing down on it, all of that transfers to that post and that small base and all of that. I get physical. This allows me to get physical. The duality allows me to double check myself. If it's a V grind, it's like really close. If it's not, it's still a double check. It lets me see how one side is against compared to the other. And I'm working the balanced edge. I'm going to go to another disc, another video. Thanks.